This show was made possible with the continued support of the KNG Partners Affiliate Program. Hello, my friends, and welcome to APCW Perspectives, our last show before I hop on a plane and head for Lisbon and the SBC Summit. More on that in just a bit. Also, fall officially arrives this weekend, so the pumpkin spice season will soon be underway. But before I board my flight and before the stores start rolling out Christmas decorations way too early, let's talk about the rising costs of doing business in this industry, especially for operators, which in turn gets passed right on down to the affiliates. And it was just a few weeks ago that I shared this story with you out of the United Kingdom, where the politicians who do so little and ask so much were discussing a new mandatory levy on operators to the tune of £100 million a year, giving government officials there even more cash to mismanage. You may also be aware of the increasing tax burdens being thrown on the backs of gaming operators in the Netherlands. That country is set to raise their gambling tax from just over 30% to nearly 38%. But being the kind souls that they are, they will implement that tax hike over the next 15 months, raising it to 34% this coming January and to the full 37.8% in January of 2026. And the emerging market of India has seen a 30% growth in land-based casino revenue and a 400% explosion in the growth of online gambling revenue, leading to a review of the 28% turnover tax on our industry in their country. However, after that 6-month review wrapped up, their Goods and Services Tax Council decided to keep that tax rate right where it is. And hey, why not? They're raking in money hand over fist. But to be fair, it's certainly no worse than the 51% tax rate on sports betting in New York State, right here in America. You know us, we just have to be number one at everything. Yeah, the clouds are really screwing with my shot today, but I gotta get on a plane and I'm on a time crunch, so let's just push right on through it. As I mentioned at the start of this program, I will be in Lisbon next week for SBC. That said, if you're going to be there too, then why not reach out if you'd like to grab a beer or have a conversation. And if you have copious amounts of alcohol, that's a bonus in your favor. Plus, if you're a woman with copious amounts of alcohol, you can skip right to the front of J. Todd's line. Also, I would like to take a minute, please sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town. What? Oh, for the love of... This isn't the right script. Jeez Louise, what are we gonna... Every week it's something with this crap. You gotta have a teleprompter, but no, can't have that. You just have to put everything on boards, and I think, right, get the spot, get my framing. Okay. There we go. Sit right there. I'd like to take a minute to welcome the Magic Click Partners, a CPA network with real-time analytics and weekly payments. They boast personal account managers, favorable terms, and marketing tools and materials. Check out their APCW review page or visit them directly at magicclick.partners. Lastly, I wanted to send a shout out to the Chinese government, because when it comes to efficiency, those guys are hard to beat. Recently, it has come to light that the governing parties in Macau have been able to block 36,000 gambling websites. Of course, not too far away, the Australians are notorious for blocking online gambling websites as well. But the Aussies have barely blocked 1,000 over what, like the past 5 years? While the Chinese have blocked over 36,000 in just 6 short months. That, my friends, is the very definition of efficiency. Of course, they do have the advantage of using sweatshops for labor, so take it for what it's worth. Yeah, of course, that does beg the further question of how could they keep 36,000 virtual sites out of the country, but they can't keep a damn virus in Wuhan? I don't know. So great. Now I have officially pissed off the Chinese, and if you want to make enemies and piss people off, the Chinese are right at the top of the list that you're targeting. I'm gonna go. Remember, no show next week. I'm a traveling fool. I'll see you on October 4th, God willing. And you know, if the plane doesn't eat. But before I board my flight, and before the stores, how are the stories gonna roll out Christmas decorations? I mean, I suppose you could put like little, you know, but, you know, Todd.